Welcome to Today's Woman. I'm your host, Denise Chand. As you know, Today's Woman is a show uniquely designed for you, Today's Woman. In today's world right now, we have, when the fathers used to go home and work and come home and the wives at home. Now in today's world, women have to work. So today we're going to discuss grace for working mothers. It is so hard to balance that work life with working, family, coming home, taking care of the kids, taking care of the husband, and of course maintaining your relationship with God. So how do you do that? Of course it can become very, very stressful. Well, it's not impossible, because we all know with God all things are possible, and we have grace. And we not only just have grace, we have increase of grace. I have two remarkable women with me here today, and these two women are going to talk and give you insights and even talk about their journey in how they make life balance. They're balancing the work, and they're balancing their home, and they're balancing their personal relationship with Jesus. Millicent, thank you for coming on the show with me.
Thanks for having me.
Adelaide, thank you very much. I was reading the other day that 53% of women, working mothers, work overtime, while the men only work 33% overtime, and then of course those that don't have any other responsibility like children and are married. But 53%, that's a high percentage.
It is.
That they work overtime, that they have to maintain the home. And actually, you know what it is? It's become super mom.
Yeah.
Because that's what they've become. They've become super mothers. They get up, they take care of the kids, and get them set and ready for school. Yeah. And then they themselves head out to school, to work, and school if mothers are going back to school, and go out, work, and then they come home.
It's 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
to,
yes. How do you do it, Millicent?
It's not easy, but of course everything is possible with God.
Yes.
I work nights, so that's another thing that's totally against the norm. And that's something my husband and I, we sat down when we started having kids, and we didn't want to do the daycare thing. And one of us had to do, we decided on doing split shifts. And
how do you balance it? Because when you and I were talking, you mentioned this to me.
Yeah.
And does it put a strain in your relationship?
It does. It's sacrificing, because you're concentrating so much on doing the homework, doing work, and you still have to have that relationship with your partner, right? And it's something that you do naturally, and of course with God's help in the midst. And you do have to have a partner that's with you on that journey. You cannot do it on your own.
Now I understand you and your husband have a strategy in how you do it, because he gets home at what?
He gets home at 4.
Okay.
And I get to work at 4. So there's
so you do that quick little switch over. Okay.
And sometimes the mother-in-law help, from friends. In my case, it's my mother-in-law. There's that little 15 minutes, half an hour gap, and she looks after them. My husband comes home, and he's the mother at home at that time, or the father, which he naturally is. But he fits right into that role. He loves the kids just as much as I do, and it's something that we both decide on doing. It's not just about me. It's it's about both of us having to take care of these wonderful blessings from God.
Your home situation is unique. To me, because the only relationships that I know of, it's the parents wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Right? And then they both of them wake up, they get the kids ready, they probably spend some time with God, their prayer time with, fellowshipping with the Holy Spirit, and then they head off, drop the child off or the kids off at school or daycare, and then they head to work, and then they rush home to get home. But yours is so, I don't know anybody in my circle that has where it's split. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers out there are saying, how does it work?
Yeah.
Like they're probably thinking, how do you, does it take away from your relationship with your husband?
To a certain extent, because the only time we have really with each other is on weekends. And when we do find time to break away and go away on little weekend trips together, just to rekindle, you need that romance back in your life, because kids tend to take that away.
Yes.
But our weekends are very special. We do everything together as a family on weekends.
Now I know you and I have sat down and have had intensive conversation on this, because again, I'm just so amazed in the dynamics and the whole, you know, the switching of the 4 o'clock mark and the switch, you know, you work,
yes.
and how you do it.
Yeah.
I know that in the mornings that you wake up with your husband before he goes to work, and you spend time with him and you two pray. And because you need the Holy Spirit.
You do.
Because it's only because of the Holy Spirit that this is able to work.
It is. It is. And none of this happens by chance. We know that we have to pray to make our marriage work and for the whole home to function effectively. And we do have our family devotions quickly together, and he's off to work, because of course he has to start earlier. And then when he's off, then the kids are up. I get the kids prepared for school, and they're off. Sometimes on off days, one will be with me and one is at school because of their age differences.
Now, your kids are
9 and 6.
Wow.
9 and 6.
Now, how was it from the time that you?
From the time my first one was born.
You've been doing this.
I've been doing this, and I love doing it. It has its challenges.
Yeah.
And,
share your challenges with us.
My challenge is the sleepless nights. There's no sleep, absolutely no sleep, and it's you have to be selfless. Everything is about them.
No, of course, the challenge is you cannot do things in your own strength.
Definitely not.
And there's only so much your husband is able to do to enable to alleviate the stress that this type of system that you have going. Because you in your own natural strength cannot, because you will break down.
Yes, you do.
And what happens is women, we are that super woman type of super moms, right?
Yeah, we want to do it all.
Exactly, you want to do it all
Yeah.
because you want to go home and take care of the kids and do this, and then find your own personal time with God. I want you to share with us, the viewers as well, and just how it works, how the Holy Spirit gets in there and mingles himself, because I know your relationship with Christ.
I'll tell you what my typical day is.
Tell me.
I get up
Tell our
in the
viewers.
I get up in the mornings, and the first thing I do is to invite God in my day. Of course, he doesn't need invitation, but I ask him to guide me, to give me that strength that I need to continue.
Increasing grace.
Increasing grace.
Yes.
I get my kids up, I get them ready for school, and I pray with them in the car to school. Guys, God is with you today, okay? Mommy and Daddy can't be with you, but remember, God's always with you. And now they know it.
They know who the Holy Spirit is.
They can say it with me, because that's my theme. As soon as I drop them off, I reassure them that God is with them. Mommy and Daddy can't be with them in the school.
So
Right? And that's God's protecting them. We do need that. Of course, we can't be everywhere. And even if we're everywhere with them, you still need God's grace in their lives.
Yes.
And I'll go back home, and I'll get things done, homework, chores done, and get myself ready to go off to work for 4 o'clock.
Now, what time do you get home?
I get home at midnight.
Midnight?
Well, I leave work at midnight.
I'm sleeping at midnight.
Exactly. And then you get home, and you still have to look over homework. Of course, my husband does that, but being the mother that I am, I look over to make sure everything is done, sign
And
school
you're probably
form.
still so wide awake at midnight.
And I'm wide awake.
Yeah,
That's
so your
probably a
adrenaline's
challenge
still
every day.
going.
Exactly.
Sleeplessness.
Exactly. But God's good.
Now,
God's
when
good.
you get home, your husband waits for you, right?
Most times he does. At first, I told him, yeah, you can, but now I see the strain on him. So I said, it's okay, you can go to bed. But on Friday nights, religiously Friday nights, he wakes up for me, and we'll watch a movie together, and we'll just talk
So
we'll
important.
just sit down and we'll talk.
Because it can work.
It does.
Do you know, I think of Proverbs 31, the woman in Proverbs 31. She, a remarkable woman, and you remind me of her.
Oh,
Because,
that's good.
and you as well, Adelaide, you do. We'll get to your story. But I say this because she is a mother, was a wife, and a businesswoman. She balanced it.
You have to.
How did she balance it? Not through her own strength,
Definitely not.
but through Christ, through the Holy Spirit that lives inside of her.
It sounds
Yeah.
impossible, but
But
it
it's
can
not.
be done.
But you know,
With
to the
God's
world,
grace.
it is impossible.
It is,
Because
exactly.
if they hear your story,
Yeah.
they will say, it's not going to work.
Oh, no. Yeah. I've been doing this for 9 years.
9 years.
9 years.
Wow. Adelaide.
Yes. Denise.
Adelaide, you too have. But what's remarkable about you and make you a remarkable woman, your life has two folds in your
Yes, it does.
relationship.
Absolutely.
Because, again, Proverbs 31, remarkable woman you are.